Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beach Sand Bourbon. I'm your host, Michael, tonight. And as you probably saw in the short videos that I put earlier this week, we finished up the Dave Vogelsang samples. Again, huge thank you to Dave for the opportunity to be able to try so many different bourbons that we don't have. A lot of them I've seen on the shelf, but a little bit out of my price range right now because we're just getting this thing rolling. So, tonight, something we're interested in trying, something we found on the shelf. Mrs. Beach Sand Bourbon has something to say.
Out of all the samples, which one was your favorite?
So, out of all the samples, honestly, out of everything that I personally tried, because of the fact that I am pretty much a wheater guy, I like wheats, I think the Weller Full Proof, which is this one here, Weller Full Proof was probably my favorite.
Okay.
Honestly, out of all of those, I mean, I enjoyed every single one of them. I think we,
Yeah.
Mrs. Beach Sand Bourbon, partaked in each and every sample.
Mm-hmm.
Can't thank Dave enough. What an amazing guy. I'm sure a lot of people out there know who Dave is because he is like the Bourbon King. So, without further ado, we'll put my Weller Full Proof back in place. I'd like to drink it, the rest of it, right now. But I'm taking it easy and enjoying it as I did with each and every sample. And if I could spin each bottle around and you could see, they all are pretty close to half, with the exception of this one here, this one here. We tried. But you know, I try to take it easy and enjoy those. Again, thanks to Dave. What an amazing guy. Weller Full Proof. It's getting a little low. I would like a whole bottle, so if somebody out there knows, as I said last week, I do know how to send money. I can do that.
You're pretty good at that.
I am pretty good at that, but don't tell Mrs. Beach Sand Bourbon that because then we'll have some issues. Anyway, tonight we're going to get into a bottle that I found in one of my bourbon hunts last weekend. Where did we find
A
this?
week or two ago. It was a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. I don't remember where I found it. Single barrel. Did we find this at Spring Lake?
I think so.
Maybe?
You want me to remember 2 weeks
Years
ago? I
ago.
cannot remember yesterday. Come on now.
She had too much to drink.
Oh, no. That is so not it. Brain is on overdrive.
It is. Both of our brains are on overdrive. What a busy week. Last weekend we had a lot of stuff going on. This weekend we've got a lot of things going on. We've got a wedding going on tomorrow with some of our friends. So we're going to be
Ubering it.
Ubering. Ubering. A lot of you probably know what Uber is. So, with that being said, we have a lot of things happening. Next weekend, Mrs. Beach Sand Bourbon goes out of town for a few days to celebrate her birthday. Why aren't you celebrating your birthday with me?
Because I'm spending it with the oldest. Well.
So, that being said, she's going to spend weekend with our son and our daughter-in-law. I'll be home alone with the dogs and all of this bourbon.
Darn.
And my neighbor,
Who loves
across
Bulleit.
the street, who loves bourbon, as you can see, Texas Ranger, coconut pecan, which is empty, thanks to him. Won't mention Chad's name, but if he were here, I would say Chad, but he's not here, so I can't mention Chad's name. Anyway, that being said, what else? Anything else new and exciting that you can think of? We're still working on that 7-day video or 7 Deadly Sins video, which is going to take us a little bit of time. I apologize with everything else going on. We're still working on that. Hopefully that'll get out soon. We're still working on the bourbon hunt at Spring Lake. Like I showed you last week, we had some bourbon from Spring Lake. We've got a lot of stuff from Spring Lake, but that being said, we have a lot of things from a lot of places.
And the first week of September, we will be going to Kentucky and doing the Bourbon Trail. So if anyone's going to be down there, let us know.
Yeah. Kentucky Bourbon Trail. If anybody has any tips, I would love to have some information and help to get our program started. I know Major Zero's been down to Louisville, went to a few distilleries down there. I'm trying to think of the distillery that he wants me to go to. I'll have to go back and look at some of his videos to find out, but if he's here, maybe he should comment, give me some tips, and I'll take tips from anybody else that has any tips. Trying to get some distillery tours set up, some places maybe you can walk in, maybe some places you have to set up in advance. You know, I don't know. Maybe pick up our very first birthday bourbon, which I doubt is going to happen.
We can always wish.
We can always wish. We always wish. But anyway, what day is it? Fresh Crack Friday.
No.
Fun day.
It's Friday Fun Day.
Friday Fun Day.
Yes.
But we seem to have so many bottles that are not opened. It's got to be a Fresh Crack Friday Fun Day. All those F's. What the F?
Wow.
Hey, come on. Oh, speaking of that, this is going to be fun. Here, we're going to do this the easy way. Seeing as how I can't seem to get the plastic off, we're going to do it that way. Oh, yeah. I'm even going to pour the first pour for the camera lady. This is Beach Sand Bourbon. While I'm pouring these, if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. What are we trying to hit?
500.
Well, we're trying to hit 500 for sure. What else?
1,000.
What happens at 1,000?
You have a giveaway.
Oh, I have a giveaway. I have a giveaway.
But I might be
What's the giveaway?
A bottle of Eagle Rare.
Who's going to get that bottle of Eagle Rare?
I will.
You?
I will.
Bulleit. Single barrel. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought this right here was an MGP product. But after doing some research, what did we find out?
Four
This
Roses?
is Four Roses?
We don't know. I'm confused.
Okay. So, if you could comment below if you know for sure, because I thought for sure Bulleit was an MGP product, but we're getting conflicting stories that are saying that it is a Four Roses. Now, that being said, Bulleit single barrel, 52% ABV, 104 proof. What do we got? On the nose. I'm getting on the nose some vanillas and cinnamon. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon on the nose. Sweet. A little, no, I'm not getting. Let's see what we got on the palate. Obviously, you know I like the high proof stuff. Mrs. Beach Sand Bourbon doesn't like the high proof stuff. She likes that wimpy stuff.
Be kind.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, be kind.
So, on the palate, let's first see what we got. Woo! Peppery. It's peppery. Woo. Really peppery. As the pepper wears down, I'm getting notes of some caramel. Definitely a little fruitiness. Like that finish is almost like a, you know how on a creme brulee you get that charred, toasty sugar on the top, the crunchy part.
Add that to a caramel sundae.
Caramel sundae? You think of caramel sundae?
No, I said add that to a caramel sundae.
There you go. Maybe add that to a caramel sundae. But on the top of the creme brulee, you're getting that charred, crunchy, crispy, toasted sugar. That's what I'm getting. But I am definitely getting that peppery burn. So we're going to swirl this thing around and get some little air to it and see what we got. Give it the old SJ, as Matt would say, from ADHD Whiskey. Oh, Matt. Matt's my hero.
I just can't get past the pepper.
So on the nose, I'm, like I said, man, definitely good. I like it because it's 104 proof. I'm a high proof guy. I like to try things that are high proof. So on the second tasting on the palate, I'm not getting quite as much burn. I'm getting more of those caramel, vanilla notes, that toasted, sugary finish. But I am still getting a little bit of that pepper on the tail end. Definitely a good bottle. I would suggest going out and getting one. My neighbor, Chad, who's not here, who, I can't mention his name, who drinks a lot of my bourbon, likes to make old fashions with the Bulleit Bourbon and can make some mind-blowing old fashions.
Very good.
Seriously, probably hands down the best old fashioned I have ever had. And you know what? I may get the ingredients and post those on here for you guys in a future video, or maybe even have him come over and make one right in front of us, however he does it, using Bulleit, the regular Bulleit, but we may have him use the single barrel.
Just don't drink the slushies.
Yes, don't drink their slushies. When we moved in a few years ago, we drank their slushies. I don't remember.
That was
Come to find out later that Chad's wife, instead of 8 ounces of what, vodka?
I have no idea.
I think it was vodka. 8 ounces of vodka. She used the whole freaking bottle. Well, I don't remember walking across the street. I didn't have to take an Uber to get across the street. But I didn't drive. That's for sure. But I don't remember coming across the street to get home. Good thing the garage was open. Otherwise, I'd have slept on the driveway.
I know. I was in bed, and
Whew,
that was hilarious.
It was rough.
Hence why you switched to bourbon. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Switch back to.
Slushies, back to bourbon. So, again, hit that like and subscribe button. Share with your friends. If you don't want to see every video, you don't have to hit that bell. But if you do want to see every video, you don't want to miss any videos, please hit that bell so that way you don't miss a video. Because I would hate for you to miss a video and go, oh, we missed that? You know, Bulleit Bourbon, single barrel. Go out and get you one.